And welcome back, Moose family, to another edition of the FlanFan Show. Once again, your host, Jason Blaze, alongside Fallen Warrior. How was your afternoon so far, Fallen?
Today's been a fast day. I woke up at 12 o'clock, and next thing you know, I'm here doing the radio show, so...
Must be nice. Most of the Moose family there had to work, most likely there. Giant, once again, is at work. He's pulling overtime because you probably know he took some time off there. He will probably be back after the break, the holiday break there. What are you going to do over the holidays, sir, Fallen?
Probably the same thing I'm doing now. Just chilling and playing Moose.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any Moose during the break there, so, with the...
Well, not this weekend, but they do come back following week, so...
Yeah, I believe it's January 4th that they come back after this week here, and, it's serious business. In between, it's nice to have a break there, spend some time with your loved ones. If you guys want to give us a call and let us know what you're doing over the holidays, by all means. There's been still some emo-ness about that whole waiver thing there. What's your opinion on the waiver call-up system? Do you think it should be changed?
Personally, the waiver, what's going on right now with the MHL rights, it's not a bad idea, but I do like the team affiliations better just because you don't have like two players from one team to two different captains, and you can basically screw a team over by those two players getting called up full time. So I don't know. To me, I like the team affiliations better when they had in I believe it was season 9 or 10.
Yeah, that's when anybody on the AHL team, I repeat, anybody could have been called up. It's not just MHL right players. It used to be everybody on the roster was available, but the captain, of course. But that all changed about 2 seasons ago where, there was a change and the Moose evolved. And that's the key to a league there. It's constant evolution there. And the MEC is trying to evolve there and listen to ideas that improve. And I know there's been a couple of ideas there. Have you read any of them? Or?
I actually have not.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are pretty retarded. Some of them are pretty good. Yeah, question is, what happens when you got a crappy MHL team and your AHL team gets raped? What do you think there should be rules to prevent that, or do you still like the affiliation all in all?
For the MHL rights, what they could do is they can have a number of times that you can call the person up. So you can be one player could be called up 2 times every 2 weeks or so, because there are three MHL rights for each team, and the captain's only calling up one person. That's not fair to the other 2 guys. So I think they should put a rule in where it's a number of times that you can call the person up, and then you have to start calling the other guys up so they get a shot. But if that doesn't work out, then I say just go back to team affiliations.
Yeah, I'm going to say there, say a captain needs a goalie there, and 2 of the 3 have refused goalie there, then how will that affect the outcome?
Basically, the MAHL team gets screwed over from a goalie if they don't have a backup, so that's personally why I'm going to like the team affiliations better.
I've seen it time and time again. M. Fair, for example, he calls up a guy every week. Why not penalize the guy not being there that's causing the call-ups there? Do you think this guy should be Rule 1? Or, because after all, if you got to play in the MHL, you have to be 3 series a week. Do you think this guy should be penalized? Or
No, they shouldn't be penalized, because I've been getting called up for fair, and it's only for 1 or 2 games. It's not even that, because the other one guy will be showing up late, so that doesn't even matter if it's 1 game. But if it's if it keeps going on like that for the whole season, then the best idea is to drop them and pick someone else up. But they shouldn't rule number one someone just for that.
Yeah. Well, if a guy's a consistent missing games there, then I believe he should either be sent down or ruled one there. We've seen it time and time again. There's reasons why people like Hugh Laurie and Bo Lauren are in the MHL. It's because they were not 3 series a week. They were truthful in their availability there, and some of these guys pretty much just lied to say they got 3 series a week there, but they weren't. And those guys, I believe, should be penalized. And I've seen it all over the league. For example, Sober's team, Taz's team, Fair's team. I've seen it a lot there, and it's causing a lot of emo meltdowns in the AHL here. For example, Funbags, his team's getting poached there. I know Colinelli's had some problems with Taz and Fair, and sometimes it's not fair. I've talked to tons of captains there, and they say it's harder to be an AHL captain than an MHL captain. Do you think that's true, or?
Sometimes I do, but again, you can avoid these situations by drafting the newly signed up players that have never played a season, just like Uncle Jay did. Cloudy, let's just look what his team's doing. They're in first place in the whole MAHL, and his team's basically all new guys. So that's just basically what you have to do if you want to avoid call-ups.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done, to be honest, in my opinion, because there's only so much good talent from the new guys there, and I believe maybe 1 or 2 full teams of good guys there, and then the rest are not as good as the veterans, in my opinion. No offense to waivers there like Islanders and King Roman. These guys deserve to be in the AHL here. Unfortunately, they signed up late there. Are you willing to participate in any of the waiver games there?
Me? If I have time, then yeah, I will.
Remember, guys, if you have nothing to do there and you want to help Jim Flanagan out with waivers, just email Jim Flanagan there. I'm sure he'll always have a spot for you guys to help out, fill out some teams there, maybe even, just help out with picking teams or whatnot. I'm sure he's got tons of work there to help. Again, the number to call is 646-381-4907. If you want to call in about your series, which is where we're about to go, by all means. I really wish Colinelli would call in. All right, interesting fact here from Flanny himself there. Sergeant Carson and Fair's defense has only played 10 games this season out of 19. Should this guy be penalized? Although I heard Carson is in the AHL now, because I heard he was in a couple trade offers there. But should this guy be penalized?
Well, for lying about his availability, then he could be penalized. But if he's showing up for all the games in the AHL, then I say keep him. But it all depends on if he's showing up in the AHL or not.
By the way, remember yesterday, guys, when I mentioned there was going to be a certain call-up? This just in, Saint0420. He just said, Jay-Z just stole Bikemba from me. If you can get back to me, Saint, if you're listening, please call in. Let us know who he sent down there. Give us your opinion on this. Do you think it's just a bad luck one after another there? Just give us a call, and we'll bring you on the show here. Again, like I said, we're going to go through the series here. Toulon Tweakers taking on Slow Children at Play. And Slow Children at Play wins the first game, 9-6. That's very impressive for the struggling team here, taking on two-line tweakers here. This just in also. Chaos Samurai is the guy that got sent down for Bikemba. Guys, Chaos sent down for Bikemba. Chaos was just brought up. Shadow was sent down. And then Chaos was just traded, and now he's sent down to the AHL, man. This guy's already done a line dance, man. Is this guy like a $2 hooker, do you think?
He's already played on 3 teams this season.
Anyways, we got a caller. Let me bring him in. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Who is this caller?
Hey, what's up, Jason? It's Tony. It's Colinelli.
Hey, Colinelli.
Hey, Colinelli.
We're about to go over the series here.
Yeah, I was just listening in.
Okay, I got a few questions before we get to your series last night there. You've had some problems with the MHL call-ups there. Do you see any failed captains in the MHL that's causing a lot of the problems there, or do you think it's just the system that's flawed?
I think the system is flawed in a way. I know everyone feels it's better than it ever has been, but I think you can always tweak things, and I think that it needs to be looked at, and hopefully the MEC will look at it. As far as the captains go, I don't know necessarily if I'd put it all on the captain. I think you guys touched on it. I think there's a lot of players that are not fulfilling what they claim that they were going to be able to show up and play. And I don't know if that's maybe because of the holidays or what the situation is there, but in a way it does fall on the captain too. If it's continually happening, you got to do something about it. It's not fair to just constantly push that off on an MHL captain. At least I don't feel it is. But
all right. Sorry to cut you off there. We actually have another caller. Maybe as a comment to your reaction there. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Who is this caller?
What's up, boys? It's Saint.
Hey, 2 captains on the show. That might be a FlanFan first, guys. Same question to you. If you probably heard what we asked Colinelli there is, do you think the call-up controversy, is it failed captain or is it the flawed system?
I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. I really haven't had any problems with the call-ups until now. I mean, I had 3 players on my team rule 1, and now a 4th one as of just the other day. Trying to scramble around to do everything I can to get my team put back together, and then Bikemba gets called up full-time, and I just lose one of the star players on my team.
Yeah.
Ballin? Got any questions?
And the real messed up thing is Colinelli ended up losing Chaos for the call-up. He's up there for, a week, and now he's back down in the MAHL? It's ridiculous.
There was one series.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's, to me, that's the bigger fail, was a certain captain is just scrambles and is changing his team after every series loss. He's not giving guys a chance to play and to build chemistry, and I don't know, he just seems like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just trashing the plan after one series. It's kind of weak.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Hey, Colinelli, one of your players kind of throwing you under the bus here. He says, tell Colinelli that isn't what you said in the party chat about certain captains. It is what it is. Not to quote from Raven. Quote the Raven, nevermore. All right, guys, let's go over your series here. We're actually going through Saints series here. Can you give us a run-through of what happened in this series?
Well, like I said, Kemba got called up last night by Jay-Z. He was able to play the first game. We ended the first game early enough where he would be able to get in the second game, but Jay-Z said he wanted him up so they could get practice in or whatever. So we ended up scrambling around trying to find somebody to play wing for us. We had a waiver goalie for last night because half my players decided not to show up. I mean, it's just all coming undone.
Yeah, the first game you guys won with Bikemba is 9-6. Second game you lost it 5-4, 3-1, man. Do you think the waiver, seeing as the waivers are trying to make a big splash this season, do you think they held on? He held on to his own his own right. Do you think he played well that series?
Kemba, the waiver that I picked up?
Yes.
B Pups. I want to give a shout out to him. He played amazing in net last night. I mean, both losses, they were heartbreakers. They were close all the way down to the bottom, last minute. We just couldn't get anything to drop once we lost Kemba. I mean, everybody on the team was a little destroyed, losing our winger. It was a lot to fight back from.
Yeah. Fallen, you got anything to say?
Again, that Saints team keeps getting screwed over here. Don't know what's going on. I think it's your team that had like 3 players again that like got kicked out or whatever, and then now Kemba getting called up.
3 players who were those moose murderers or whatever they're calling themselves these days. And then I had NLK Bottrell rule one the other day because he refused to join my party. He would rather play club with his top 10 club or whatever.
Yeah, he's trying to spin it around there because he actually brought me into a party the other day and asked me, why did my captain all of a sudden delete me? I was like...
haven't shown up for any games. What do you think?
Anyways, thanks for calling in there, Saint. You got any shout-outs?
I just want to give a shout-out to my team. I mean, we're doing the best we can with what we got. Maybe we can make some moves and turn the season around. I mean, we only have, 5, 6 series left until the season's over. Just trying to do the best I can.
I know there's other captains looking for trades there. Again, good luck with your team there. And I believe my team's Damage Incorporated is taking you on Thursday there. You got any chirping words?
Remember, there's 3 of us right here on the radio and 1 of you.
Right now, I can't say anything. I don't even know who's playing what position yet. So you can see a whole new team by tomorrow night.
Okay. Yambanks just said, hey. Add Chuckles O-line 44 to Saints roster. I don't think I was supposed to say that, but yeah. He just picked up Chuckles O-line 44. Congrats, Saint.
Well, hopefully he'll show up.
Now the whole Moose knows.
All right, man. I'm going to mute your mic so you can continue to listen to the show. All right, Colinelli, you still there?
Yep, still here.
All right, let's go over your series. What can you say here? You went from dominating to not so much to losing. What happened?
The second game, everyone on the team was getting really bad lag. It was almost unplayable, honestly. Game 3, I just got to give Sesame Street credit. They played very well. They held it together. They played well defensively, and we blew a 3-0 lead. There's not much else you can say. We had the game and we let it slip away.
Now, game 1 there, what do you think happened? Was there a breakdown in the other team's defense, or was it just after the first couple goals they gave up?
Honestly, to me, it seemed like their goalie did not play very well at all, and I have a feeling he may have been getting very bad lag. I'm not even sure if he was the one that hosted that game. I don't know if you guys remember, but he played really bad. And honestly, they just all were scrambling around and weren't playing their positions, and they turned it around after that first game. They straightened it out, and you got to give them credit. They straightened it out.
Now, the second game there, you said there was lag, but
yeah, there was a lot
how'd you
for
guys
everybody.
Come up with the win there?
Basically, Jason Blaze, you stood on your head and stopped everything. You played big for us, and you were able to hold it down, and were able to come away with the win. Fallen Warrior got the goal, I believe.
Yeah, scored with my armpit.
Yeah, I know.
We were able to pull it away. That was a tough game. They pretty much outshot us that game.
Hey, every goal that's scored in OT is always a bad one too. So
I believe they outshot us that game 21-7 there.
Yeah.
Anyways, unfortunately, we didn't get the win in the third game there, but we did get the point there. When can we expect your write-up?
I'm actually working on that right now as I'm calling in. But I heard you guys, and I wanted to call in. There's a lot of controversy, so I wanted to say my 2 cents there.
Now, Saint was just on here, and you're playing his team on Thursday there. It was supposed to be Wednesday. It was rescheduled. Is there any chirping words you got towards this team there? Do you think he better have a better team performance there and hope his team show up with your new diesel forward line, or do you just take it like it's another game there and try to get the 6 points?
You always got to play. Everyone plays tough in the Moose. You can never take anything for granted. You got to come and play. You got to play hard, and you can never take it for granted. And I think Saint deserves a lot of credit for pulling that team together. He basically had started the season very good. They were in great position, and then he ends up losing 3 players. Not saying they didn't deserve to, but he still made the trades after getting blown out for like a series or two. Made the right trades as a captain, put another product on the ice, started winning, and then, now he gets hit again by a certain captain. We won't, I don't want to name names.
I heard some of your AHL players that have MHL rights, their team's starting to struggle there. Is that any cause for concern here? For example, I'll go with Legion's team there. They got shut out last night. They didn't score a single goal that series. Do you think that's a cause for concern, or do you think Legion can fix that on his own?
I don't know the total situation with what Legion's going through. I don't think Legion is a bad captain. I think he's a good captain. I think he's a good guy, and it's a tough league. It's just tough, and he's they're trying to build chemistry and on the fly, and it's kind of hard. But you got to look at it. They've just played one of the better teams probably in MHL. And I don't think defensively they played bad. It's offensively that they got to find something that's going to work and click. So as far as it goes for us and my team, I'm not worried about any call-ups because defensively they were fine. They need to find something offensively. Don't count Legion out yet. He could still do something.
Vaughn, you got any questions?
Yeah, Colonelli, do you think your team's going to be able to get that 8th playoff spot, or do you think you guys are going to be able to do better than 8th?
8th. I don't want. We're going for in the top 4. We have a great team. We have tremendous offensive power. We just have to get it to gel and click. And we really haven't had any. Yesterday was the first 2 games that anyone saw our top 3 forwards playing together. So as long as nothing unforeseeable happens there and we're able to get some series in a row, I think we have one of the best offenses in the league, in the MHL. So hopefully I'm right.
All right, you got any shout-outs?
To all my team. Good job last night. We did very well, and we're just going to keep going.
Thanks, Colonelli, for the call in there. I'm going to mute your mic there. So you can continue if you want. If not, continue right up there. I'm sure it'll be pretty entertaining there. It is what it is. Good job last night, and good luck in the future, man.
Thank you.
All right, that was Colonelli and Saint that called in there. Now, we also had 2 other series that happened there. We had Lambda taking on We Killed Kenny. Oh, yeah, by the way, I wanted to rub this in before we get there.
Oh, God.
Low End Theory, we didn't lose, you sucker. Anyways, back to the...
Why don't we go over their series first and then go over Lambda.
Yeah, he's talking about Damage Incorporated getting beat here. Let's look at Walk of Shame here. Sure, they take the first one 4-3 in overtime. That gives them 1 point. But then Dharma, Joe Stowe's team, I've always been a fan of this team. They come back. They win the second game 9-4 and win the third game for the series win 3-1 here. Of course, Low End couldn't be on the show there. I'm sure he'll probably retaliate next show there. But again, I don't know what happened here. Let me take a look at the stats there. Maybe Low End played net. Let's see here. Nah, he had his starting goalie in net just too quick there. So, again, domination from Dharma. These two are two strong teams there, and, it is what it is. It went one way, and Dharma got the win there. Follow?
Dharma initiative just showing me and Low End that they can basically play with anyone in this league. From yesterday's show, I believe I did say Walk of Shame was going to win. Now I'm eating my own words saying that Dharma Initiative won. Honestly, Dharma Initiative, I think they have a great team, and I honestly think that they are better than some MHL teams out there. Blaze?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. Again, last series of the night here, we had Lambda taking on We Killed Kenny. Lambda times 3 takes the first game 8-3. Takes the second game in the series win 3-1, but then loses the third game 6-3 here. Crucial 2 points Kenny needed there. Lambda needed the 4 points there to get back on track there. Do you think this is going to be the saving grace for Lambda, or do you think they're still going to go on the decline here?
No, I think Lambda's just keep rolling now. They've got the series win, and they're going to take that into the next series, and they're just going to dominate a little bit even more. But for BD Smith, this was a big series for him to move up in the standings. I believe he's currently sitting in 8th place, not too far behind Colonelli, who just called in. But BD Smith is going to have to do something to keep himself in the playoff race.
Yeah, what is that he's going to need to do? Does he need to do a trade there, or do you think he already has a solid enough team?
Well, I think he has a solid enough team. They just need to find a little bit more chemistry than what they have. Clark Kent over there is, I would say, try to build the forwards around Clark Kent. He's just a diesel forward. He's new to the league, I believe, and he's actually leading the league in points, I believe. I think he's in second in points, but Bakemba got called up, so that technically puts him in first. But he's having an awesome season, so if he can find someone that has chemistry with Clark Kent, then this team can be this team could be dangerous.
All right, guys, that was our AHL portion. We're going to have a brief break. When we get back, we'll be back with our MHL portion. Stay tuned, Moose family. Again, welcome back, Moose family, to the MHL portion of the FlanFan show here. Again, your host, Jason Blaze. Fallen, are you still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, man. Like we talked about in the earlier segment of the AHL, there's going to be a brief break there in between this week and, for the holidays. And Jim Flanagan, I believe, is going to be hosting some white night only tournaments there. Again, I'm sure he'll have more information as the time comes. Maybe he'll even come onto the show one of these days this week and, talk a little bit more into detail about them. He'll probably have a post on the main page there. But, if you want to stay active, stay warmed up, don't get rusty, and don't get too fat with the turkey there. Sign up for the one-night-only tournaments there, Fallen. Are you going to be participating?
I actually might participate since there's going to be no Moose. What's better than a tournament?
Yeah. Again, I don't know all the details there, but details will be coming as soon as we know. We'll let you know there. This just in, big trade. Oh my God, named by. Hi, my name is Ed here, but moves like Yager gets the president of the MHL, EWTU Eric, and then return Legion's Syndrome of the Down there gets Diva Levita here. That's a huge blockbuster trade, and there's already been tons of blockbusters this season. Do you think any team got trapped here, or do you think it's even and benefits both teams here?
I don't know. This trade has me thinking because I believe Viva's a forward. So doesn't Legion now have 4 forwards and like 1 defense? It's getting me thinking of what he's gonna do now. But I think it was a fair trade for fair. For Viva and Eric.
Yeah. Again, this is coming in news after last night there. Cinder the Down desperately needs offense here. They had a series against the gratuitous amounts of energy. And, Cinder put it down. They didn't get a single goal. I think that's a record. A single goal this whole series. They lost the first game 6-0. Lost the second game 4-0. Lost the third game 2-0. How would it feel to be on a team that hasn't scored a single goal the whole series here? Is that demoralizing?
Honestly, it's just called great goaltending by Jay Zamorski's team and great defense. So you see that trade that Jay Zamorski made with Taz the other day coming in handy and pulling them up the series sweep. But Legion, he needs a new goalie. Maybe even you, Blaze. But
hey, don't give him any ideas there. Again, Legion, he desperately needs to get offense there, and I think the trade to get Viva is going to help him out there. Although now he's had shortcomings on defense, which apparently he already has there, and somebody's already at my front door here, so that's pretty interesting there. Anyways, another series that happened. Go ahead, Paul.
What you want to go over another series? Let's go over Taz and Drift King.
Okay. The team that shall not be named taking on Relax and Take Notes here, and the team that shall not be named. Grab a couple two-way. Yeah, sorry about that. Never Say Never taking it 6-1 the first game. Taz comes back and wins the second game 3-2. And then, again, the team that shall not be named, Never Say Never there, Justin Bieber, that little queer fag, takes the third game 5-4 here. Taz is still struggling. What do you think's wrong with this team? Is it just Taz himself, or is it just too much trades that's just fucked up this team?
No, I say Taz has good forwards that's able to score goals. As you see, he scored one. Well, they didn't really do much in the first game, but they came back in the second game, won them the game, and they sent the second or third one by scoring 4. So Taz, he has good forwards, but I think he needs to work on his defense a little bit more. So who knows? Maybe we'll see more trades by him, picking up some defense at the trade deadline.
Yeah. Another series here that happened. Serious business. Cats taking on smoking that Urbe. Cats takes the first game 1-0 here. And then the next two go in overtime, where Urbe takes second and third game 4-3 in overtime, 2-1 in overtime. Did the Cats struggle to take off Urbe's forwards there, or what do you think happened in this series?
Well, I could tell you the first game. I was playing the first game. We were missing. I believe it was Carlton. So that made some line changes, and I believe that put Scotty back on defense with Marty McFly. So, but the first game was pretty close. I believe it was like 0-0 going into the third period, and then Fair himself actually took a delayed game penalty and just went downhill from there, and they ended up scoring a power play goal on another penalty that we took later on in that period. But Fair's team came out when they got Carlton and sent 2 games to overtime and was able to get the series win for them. So maybe I was the problem in game 1, but who knows? Yeah.
Moving on here, another series. Again, predicted by yours truly in full. that this team would probably win, if not sweep, and probably get a shutout. And again, so be I fears. He never he never let us down there, and he got the first two games were shutouts for him. He wins first game 3-0, second game 3-0, third game second nature gives him a challenge there, and they win 4-3 in overtime. Le Tabernacle did, getting them the sweep here. Again, Silver's team just not doing it here. Maybe they need to trade with people like the Fappers or maybe Beauty and the Bills here. Do you think that could help out this team?
No, they could help out the team, but they need more forwards. But again, they're playing against a good team. I fears in net. I hope he does lead the MHL in shutouts, because that's it's too many to count right now for him. He's just having an awesome season, and who knows, maybe he'll sign up as a goaltender next season again.
I believe he's had 6 shutouts in 2 weeks here. Not sure if that's Moose record there, but man, this guy's just dynamite in net there. And
but from what I heard, he was smart when he drafted. He built his team around himself, so I think that's an awesome draft strategy, and it's paying off for him right now.
Actually, I have a little inside information, and you'll probably guys read about it a little later there, but he did not draft a team around himself there. But I'll let you guys read about that in the next Moose letter there. Moves like Yager taking on Beauty and the Bills here, and Yager takes the series, wins first game 7-5, wins second game 4-1, but then loses the third game 2-1 here. Yager again taking the series, and Hergs, he's just struggling along with Bills here, and whole Shovelchin reunion. Do you feel like it's the league versus the Shovelchins here, and the Shovelchins are losing?
Yeah, I do. But the Shovelchins are missing their greatest forward of them all, Goofy. So who knows if Goofy was if Goofy was playing the season, maybe he would have been first overall. Who knows? But no, Bill's team is struggling right now, getting outscored 7-5 in the first game. Ed the Pimp just keep rolling in those points ever since he named his team. So.
He won't say much to me on the phone.
Yeah, another series here. The first game's not been inputted there. Fail, captains, fail. Please input your stats properly here. The Fappers takes the series though in games 2 and 3 that we do know. Fappers takes the second game 7-6, and then takes the third game 7-2 here. Fappers, with the 2 games that we know here, they dominated over the worst kinds of people. Again, 2 dominant teams here. And I believe I called this the main event of the night here. Did it live up to the reputation, do you think? Or do you think it was a bit lopsided?
Well, I don't know what happened with the first game, but game 2 and 3, high-scoring games here as Duke see me being able to win the game 7-6, and then 7-2 after. In the third game, I believe Timeless's team just I don't know what happened there, but I believe for me that their defense just collapsed. Maybe Duke's team had a huge lead, and they're able to capitalize on every chance they got.
What was that? Sorry, I kind of zoned out there.
So other than that, how's school going for you?
Fallen?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to the guy in your background. But
I was talking to you. Sorry about that, guys. Smooth family there. Actually, let's go over predictions for tomorrow there, and then we'll cut the show a little early there. Second Nature taking Syndrome of the Down tonight there, and it's battle of the struggling teams that can't score here. Which lackluster offense do you think is going to win the series for these teams?
True.
I'm gonna want to say Legion's team gets I want to say that Legion's team gets shut out again in a couple of games, but since both teams are struggling, it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be like 2-1 games, and I do believe that Syndrome of a Down will win the series 2-1.
Yeah, so you predict Syndrome taking it?
Yeah.
2-1 here, eh? All right. Next game, it's the team that shall not be named taking on Smoking at Urbe. Urbe's been pretty strong. So has Never Say Never, a.k.a. the team that shall not be named. Who do you think's going to win this game? I think this is a really even series, and I think maybe Urbe's going to take it 2-1 here.
Okay, before I give my prediction, Blaze, I have a message for you, and it's to go to the phone for the radio show. We're gonna have a caller.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we got a caller here. Let's bring him in. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Sorry about the delay. Who is this caller?
You got something to say to me, son?
You lost last night and we won. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your record on the season?
It's gonna get better. We actually have a legit team.
Right. I'm still in the win column. I'm allowed to lose. And I did say last night that Joe Stowe's got a good team, and I made no huge prediction. Okay? They have the greatest forecheck I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what friggin' boost you can put on your player, but every one of their teams, every time they poke check, they got the puck away from us. We're allowed to lose. Sorry, Blaze. I'm going to tell my team we're not allowed to lose another game the rest of the year because you said so. So I actually had to leave a meeting at work because I'm so fired up that you had the balls to call me out. It's only the second series I lost all year.
It's all jokes. It's all fun and games here. But, yeah, again, good luck for the rest of the season, dude, man.
Yeah, thanks. I did want to give Joe Stowe credit. His team killed it. And did you guys talk about the big trade yet?
Yeah, we talked about it. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's apparent and official that Legion hates good defensemen. First ice cream truck, now Eric. And that Viva's being asked to score the most amount of points ever in Moose history because not one player can save Legion's team. They got shut out 3 goddamn games in a row. He's asking Viva to friggin' rescue him. It ain't going to happen. Viva's, by the way, breaking news, Viva's World Tour was just announced. He's going to miss the rest of season 13.
Doing auto parts?
Ouch. Is that for
Actually,
real? Or
no, and I got to give Yam credit for that one. But the minute the trade was announced, Yam posted that Viva's World Tour just got announced, so he won't be making any of the games. In other words, the World Tour was scheduled because he was traded. Okay, the joke's gone. I'm sorry. Anyway, before I go, let me hear you say gratuitous.
Gratuitous.
Oh, God.
Gratuitous.
Thank you. He said it right. He said it right. Jay-Z, that's for you. Guys,
maybe
have a good rest of the show.
My third beer here, but...
Beer. That's just what you need, alcohol for the show. And the best part is, if you start drinking at 5, it only took you 47 minutes to get drunk on 3 beers. Oh, this ought to be good.
Anyways, you got any shout-outs there before we all go off the air here?
Hey, shout out to my team for hanging in there. We're going to come back strong tomorrow night. Shout out to Joe Stowe, Dharma Initiative. Look out. They are legit. And I got to say it right now, they're better than Cloudy's team, even though the record doesn't show it.
All right, man. You heard it here. First on the FlanFan show. Lowen is now a fan of Joe Stowe's team there. And, Joe Stowe's just going to get more and more fans here. But anyways, we're going to cut the show short here. We didn't have a lot of games in the NHL, not a lot of news in the NHL. Don't forget to look for the information of those one-night-only tournaments Jim's going to be hosting there. I'm probably going to be helping out as well there during the break. Also, waivers. Don't be afraid to participate there. Get your names, mingle with the MHL crowd there, the elites, and the AHL guys as well. Anything you want to say, Fallen?
Yeah, Sanies, or Captain Aginla, a.k.a. Sanies, wants me to give a shout-out to Jerome Aginla there. He had a big series last night. So, that's all.
All right, man. That was our show today. On behalf of Jason Blaze, Fallen Warrior and Low End Theory. We wish you a happy holidays, and we hope to see you again tomorrow, man. Good night, guys.
Later.